Hello everyone, this is Corpse bringing you another video tutorial. Today's video tutorial we will be going over how to upgrade your Evo site from 2.0.9D to version E. Before we get started, please take note of this warning, for we will not be held responsible for any lost data or errors that can occur with this upgrade. If you do run into an error, please post on the Evo forums about the error that you are running into and give us as much details on exactly what you were doing, what step you were in, what the error message was, etc. The more information you guys give us, the better we can assist you. Okay, we got that formality out of the way. We're going to break this video into a three-part series. The first part is going to be the database, and the second part is going to be on the actual files of your website, where we're going to go over taking the new, moving it over to the old, and actually getting rid of most of the old, or if not all the old, putting the new in place, and then taking what you need from the old into the new to get it back to where it was prior. So we're going to go over that. That one's going to be more of a broad video, where I'm just going to talk about what could be involved. I can't give you exact information on everything because nobody's website has all the same modules and blocks and scripts and whatnot. So we're going to talk about that. Now the third video is going to be the last video of the three-part series, which is going to be going over upgrading your old theme. Granted, this is going to be like a temporary thing, not really a temporary thing, but overall, finding a theme that's already designed and fully compatible with this version of Evo is going to be your best bet versus taking an old theme and upgrading it. But we're going to go over that and show you how to do it anyways. And of course, you may run into some problems and we'll be there to help. So those are the three videos that we're going to talk about. And so while we're here, let's get right started. Let's hop right into working with the databases. So now you may wonder, how do I get backup? Okay, so this is my localhost right here. And this is actually my database from my website. I made this backup earlier today, and I will show you how to make a backup. It's actually really simple. You just select your database, which that's where we're at right now, and then you just, at the very top, you'll see export. Click on export, and then you can do the quick, and then just click go. Format, of course, is going to be SQL, which should automatically be there by default. But yeah, you just click go, and then you'll see the file be downloaded here. And once it's downloaded, it will be in your downloads folder, which I moved to my desktop right here. So there's my database right there. So next step is, once you have this backed up, I recommend uploading it into a separate database or on a local host and create a separate database there. So either a separate database on your web host, or download a local server like WAMP, which is what I use, WAMP server, and use that. So once you have that up, what you want to do is import your database, which you just click on import up here. Well, you have to create a database, so we'll just go to our home. Since this is my local, this is how I have to create a database. Here, let me minimize that. As you can see, I have new, so I can create new, give it a name, coalition. This is definitely going to be UTF-8 underscore general. There we go, right there. UTF-8 underscore general underscore CI. And then what we do is we click create. I already have this done. But once you have that done, then you'll have an empty database. And that's where you would just click on the import. First you go to that empty database, which this one's full. You go to import, select choose file, find that SQL and click open, and it will upload. Once you have the database uploaded, you'll be faced with basically this right here. If we click on structure, you'll see the database tables. And then we go to import again. Now we're getting into the upgrade part. Upgrading is very simple. We laid it out pretty simply. You click on choose file. Of course, you'll have to download. Here, let me close this before we go there. You will have to download this, which will be on the Evo site and other various authorized sites, which are two, which is going to be lonestar-modules.com and headshotdomain.net. Those are the only three sites that are authorized to have it. There may be some other sites later on that will have downloads of it, but for security reasons, you're getting it straight from the coders, the developers. So these are the full, actual, legit versions. They're not tampered by anybody else. There's good possibility somebody could inject something harmful if you download it from another site other than those three sites. So now that we have that file, then you extract it. You'll see that there is a folder called SQL updates. This is where we're going to be getting all the SQL updates. So we just go into here, back into import, click choose file. We'll go to the Evo Xtreme version E and click on the SQL updates. As you can see, yours probably won't look like this. It will probably be more like, okay, where's that edge? There it is right there. Yours will probably more look like this. I recommend just widening up the name so you can see all of them. You may not have the .SQL. That's depending on what operating system you have and what is visible. But you will have these. So what you're going to want to do is start with the drop tables and rows no longer needed. Click open, click go. As you can see, it's run, it's done. Click on import again, choose file. Next one we're going to have to do is install admin failed login check. Well, we're not going to need to, I'm not going to need to do this, but you guys will. As you can see, I already have the table in there, but the reason why I have it is I developed it. So I put it on my site long ago, been testing it, worked. So you would need to click this, click open, and then go to click go, and then come back and just do the step. Same with this one and this one. These three things are things that I developed, so I already had them on my site. So once you've gotten all four of those are on so far, then you'll have to come up to this one, reset user theme to new default. Click on that. Same process. So the first five is fairly simple. Just run them. Well, after that, now you have to pay attention to these. So the first five you have to pay, don't really need to pay attention. But after that, you'll see right here, this one is run this if you did not have donations Xtreme installed. So run this if you did not have donations Xtreme installed. Well, I have donations Xtreme installed, so I wouldn't need to run that. Run this if you did not have the file repository installed. Well, I have file repository installed, so I don't need to run that one either. And if you did, just select it, click open, and then go. And then come back and go to the next. Run this if you did not have the honeypot installed. Well, of course I had the honeypot installed. That's another one that I developed, so of course I had it on my site. Run this if you did not have the image repository. Well, I also had that installed, so of course I had that. Run this if you did not have Lone Star's PM Alert plugin installed. Well, I did not have his, I had mine, so I'm actually going to install this. So I select that, I click go, or open, and then I click go. Now that's done running. I click on import, go back here. So I left off with this one. So this one is run this if you had the file repository installed before the update. Yes, I definitely had it installed, so I'm going to need to run this one. So we click go. And then we come back to import. Open file. Update and insert new table rows. We click open and go. Now that's run. Back to import. Choose file. Update existing tables. Open. Go. Now that's pretty much done. We should be, for the most part, all set. And as you can see, here is my site. It is working to an extent. But I do have to go into main administration. And then we go to theme management. As you can see, my simple black is not installed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to install this just to verify. I'm going to set this to 100%. This to 2. And I rename this to files. Click install. There we go. For some reason, it did not want to update, but there we go. It works. But of course, I'm going to go over the theme edits a little later. But as you can see, the forums is there. All the users are still there. But there's still a lot missing, like blocks not working. So we'll go over that in the next video. So, but as for the database, that was pretty much it. And see what I mean when I say it's going to be very simple to run a second time later on. Like from here, I can do all the edits on my website. I can take my time to make sure everything is working, get all these blocks working again, get all the files transferred. And then when I'm ready to upload, the hard part, the longest part, is going to be these uploads and files and whatnot. And then in the theme edits, but the database only took probably about 5 minutes total. And that was me going like 16th of the speed. Normally I'm a lot quicker, just going up. I need that one, click, go, run, import. And I can run all like 8 files, 7 files in a matter of just minutes. So that's why you're going to need to run the database first, because you're going to need to have the database to run off. And then before you go to upload, just download a copy of the database first and then go from there. So yeah, till next time, you guys have a good one. And remember, if you have any questions or anything, feel free to stop by the evolutionxtreme.com. And it's evolution-extreme.com. And feel free to ask there, and we'll do what we can. So until next time, you guys have a good one.